It's Trouble in Paradise with Amara and Titus. And Lori breaks up with Carly. And y'all, we have a special guest on tonight's after show. It's Brely Evans.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
So this MTV
Do
like
this little thing
and
right
ass.
now.
You know, just shimmy with it.
Thing.
okay, right.
Y'all, guess what? This is going to be a great after show tonight because we have a special guest. We have Brely Evans in the building.
Hey.
Y'all. Turn up. You know her for Rondell, and we're definitely going to introduce her in a second. Before we get started, I have to let you know I'm AJ and my lovely co-host. What up, Deeran?
I'm Deeran.
Hey, Taquaila.
Hey, everybody.
And the lovely Rocky. What's up, girl?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
And the beautiful, oh so talented.
Yes.
Hey, Brely.
How you doing?
Yes.
I'm so
Come
glad to
through,
be
queen.
here.
Come through.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yo,
Hey, area.
Don't make me do that. Don't make me do that.
Yes, no, your melanin is real popping right now.
Thank
You know.
Oh,
Guys, it's gonna be a good show tonight. So before we get into it, Deeran, what are your overall thoughts?
my overall thoughts are, I love Stephanie so much. I love her so much.
That's
Okay.
your overall thought every time.
It is. I can't get out of. I love her so much.
We stand for Stephanie.
We
Yes,
do.
she's a problematic fave.
Okay.
I like that.
Taquaila, what did you think?
Trust no one. Period.
Ooh.
Period.
Okay. Hashtag trust no one.
No one.
Yes.
All right, Rocky, what you got for us? You gotta say something good now.
Right. I was disappointed with a lot of characters in this episode.
Disappointed.
Yes. So, I mean, it's a lot of scandal. I was like, I
love
thought
it.
some relationships kind of just shattered.
Okay.
No. Hey.
Brely, what did you think about tonight's after show?
I think this shit done hit the fan in this episode. I think it's in the air now.
Yeah,
That's what
okay.
happened.
No, I definitely agree. So we can go ahead and get into your character, Rondell. So I want to talk about Rondell and Daddy.
Okay.
Because you're about to have a new
Which
stepmama.
daddy? Which daddy?
Oh, which daddy?
You
Which
know what? You ain't right for that.
That was your side. Hey, you gotta say
Big Daddy or Daddy. Yeah.
Well, I want to get into your biological daddy.
Thank you. Get it right. Get it right.
Because you're about to have a stepmama. So how is Rondell receiving the news that her daddy is getting busy with a new woman?
You know, it's not well received. I'm going to say, Rondell is like, my mama just died. I mean, 35 years ago. But she just died.
Right.
I don't think a kid, what do you guys feel like? A kid would never, want to see their parent move on with somebody else ever. I already saw y'all trying to get busy, Jesus. Did y'all forget?
You're still not scarred
I'm
from
still
that.
scarred from that. Now you want to bring a ring?
Yeah.
Like, it's just moving
She was
too
in there,
fast.
senior. I was like, senior.
That means Lulene was putting it down.
I can't.
She
I
was.
I'm not ready for a stepmama. I'm gonna just say the church lady hats and all. That's cute, but no thanks.
And it also seems like she's trying to come in and take over your territory.
Did you see that?
I was waiting for you. Well, not you personally, but Rondell to check her too, because
I'm one
too
of the
much
same.
too quick.
Because let me tell you something. When I'm tweeting with everybody, I know some people are like, "Wait, is that Rondell tweeting, or is that Brely tweeting?" Because I'm like, "What is that on my counter?" I mean, Rondell's counter. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because don't come in here with your pie. All I can think of was the help.
Yeah.
I was like, "What's in that pie? Hold on. Don't bring no pie up in here."
Yeah.
Do you think it could be more just territorial, or do you think it's legitimacy to her feelings?
I think it could be legitimate because when everyone gets a new guy, you want to do everything you can do to help forward his movement, whatever that is. So since Daddy's legacy is all caught up in our restaurant, Thelma's Place, of course she has to come in and do something with bringing in kale chips and such. We got hog mong and chitlins and greens in the back. And here she come with a kale chip. Ma'am,
That's not going to sound well.
take a seat in Thelma's Place, okay?
Right, let her know. Tell her don't come in your spot.
Don't come in here. Don't come in here with that.
That's crazy. Well, speaking of the restaurant, Rondell, she does agree to let the Peters revamp the restaurant up.
Yes.
Now, how do we feel about that? Is that really what she wants to do?
No. it's really against Rondell's, better judgment, but Daddy is sold on it. And at the end of the day, it is his business that I am helping to run. And so I really don't have a real say.
But what other option do you really have?
I don't.
The signatures is null and void.
Yeah.
The signatures are null and void, and here comes Daddy and my brother with this, new thing. So I'm kind of in a rock and a hard place, as they would say. And so that's the reason I'm forced to go along with it. Like, this is why,
I don't think she handled it well. I mean, I don't think Rondell. I may go back and forth between speaking about her and then speaking to you.
That's
as her.
fine.
Okay,
because I'm do the same. I'll say I and then be like, well, Rondell.
Come on,
okay. So I don't think that, because I feel like that's not something she should have made without consulting her team. You know what I mean? Her tribe. I don't like how she did that. And I don't know. I just think she could have handled that way better.
Well, see, I think that she was just trying to find a way, because you know how you want when someone tries to convince you that something is good, and I mean you do see the plans, and it was kind of nice.
It was.
So you're like, well, I guess a facelift would be that bad. I know I'm doing it with the devil and all, but so then you're like, well, when do I tell them? And if you notice in the show, Rondell tried to give Inez a little heads up before folks started walking in the restaurant. So she just really didn't have the time to do it, and she wanted to make it, its own separate announcement.
But do you think that's something that she should have, before she even took the meeting, should she have ran that across everybody? Because she had everybody so invested. She
didn't have the time as a
I think
businesswoman.
you need to go get the information, and see what everybody's talking about before you can really say. But then Daddy just kind of jumped out there, at the meeting or whatever. So poor Rondell.
And you have the best of two devils, two evils, however the saying is. So it's either uplift or nothing at all.
Oh, no, nothing at all. Or get kicked out.
Exactly.
So it's like, get kicked out or take the facelift and kind of work with these folks trying to come in.
I think that's a setup. I think that you give them an inch and they're going to take a foot.
Yeah.
Or
Take a mile. Take a mile, baby. Take a mile.
Hey, you gotta have the feet to get the mile. I thought it was inch, foot, centimeters.
Then you gotta have feet to get the mile. So
You're right. You in there.
Is that I think that it's like a setup. They're just trying to get you to give in a little bit, but they're going to do something
Take over.
Yes.
Well, we got to keep watching.
Yes.
We got to keep watching.
We got to keep watching. Okay.
So in the midst of all that, is Mr. Kent gone, or is he just mad because he wasn't involved? Because I also have some suspicions about him too.
They all think he's setting up. I don't.
Y'all think Kent's setting up?
I don't trust him.
He's a snake.
I don't trust him. But I think
it's
it's a whole nother party. I don't even think it's even the party that's involved.
Yeah.
I feel like it's someone else.
I thought it was real Mary J. Blige. I thought it was real love.
No.
Well, you know how her marriage ended. That wasn't real love.
Good night.
We're not talking about that. Hello.
First of all,
I thought it was real love because, I felt like when I see him interact with Rondell, he is really helping her and giving her strategy.
That's
really,
what I was thinking.
For his own agenda.
I think so.
After the morning of good lovemaking, I felt a little something there. I don't know if it was in his eyes or just the way he wasn't really communicating. No, and you were still on cloud 9. Well, you were still on cloud 9 and just happy and I don't. It's something else.
He
it was
seems
something
weird to me too.
Yeah,
and he wasn't as disappointed about the votes not going through like you needed to. Like it's something.
I don't trust him.
Yeah.
He got his own agenda.
He does.
Yeah.
Watch out. Watch out.
You hear that, Mr. Kent? That's Johan's Miles.
Yes.
Speaking of love making, because I'm usually the one to segue. Since you did that, I'm just gonna step into the door.
Right ahead.
Okay. Your love scene last.
Am I still sweating? I'm still a little moist from last week.
That was just like, oh my gosh! Can you give us some insight? How did that go down?
It was so fantastic. Can I just say this? Johans, I'm telling on you. Okay, so you're in the room and you have to do the sex scene. I mean, you have the producers, you have the cameramen, the sound people. I mean, it's 35 people standing around the bed. Let's keep it real. So it's not really hot and steamy.
Gotcha.
But Mr. Johans gets on the floor and starts doing push-ups. I said, baby, if you wasn't ready for all this jelly last week, come on. Rondell ready.
Push
He was
it's too late.
It was so funny. It was just so cute. We had a really good time, and like I love that some people were tweeting like, "This is the classiest sex scene I've seen." And you know when I did the little crisscross applesauce and with the little toes curled, I was just like, "Ow, he getting it."
No, I feel like Rondell's like the only person that has her life together.
You better speak that.
Yeah, Rondell's like the only. She's like your refreshing moment from the show.
You're like, give me a breather.
Right? No, exactly. Because everybody else is, I feel like, so involved with getting their ambitions
Scandal
through.
and all
Well,
that.
like getting their fighting for their
Agendas
ambitions.
over,
Well, their ambitions through other people, whereas you've set up your entire business and what's going to be fruit for yourself.
Yeah.
And other people can, if they come along, because everybody wants a piece of your pie, literally. So I feel like you're like the person that's like holding everything together, like that.
Yeah, that is true because it all goes around.
Yeah,
Thelma's
it
place.
does.
That's so
Yeah.
true.
So true.
That's so true. Well, let's talk about this dinner / proposal / celebration of the mom passing. So first of all, but wait, how you gonna propose to the new girl and then you're celebrating your wife's passing?
It's just with Mama's picture right on the.
What the?
And then telling her that you don't have to live in my ex-wife's ghost. And I was not for it. I was like, Daddy, you doing too much. There need to be a private moment. A whole lot. It didn't need to be
separate.
Talk about the special woman who is the mom in the picture, like the cameo.
Oh my goodness, isn't that so amazing?
Yes.
That is our executive producer and creators, Jamey, Giddens' mommy.
Yes.
And I love her so much. I've met her and she's so amazing, and I'm just so excited that we got to use, something from his real life. I don't know if she knew. So I guess she knows now.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she knew. But I think some of the names, like Thelma's Place, Luleen, those are some names from Jamey's family. So isn't that so fantastic that he would write the show and write in some of his family's
actual life?
Yeah.
Come on,
That's
cute.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Very
you gotta
nice.
keep it in the family,
Right? Hello.
As we
Yes.
see.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I need to ask you guys, Stephanie and Rondell. I honestly feel like Stephanie, I know she has her own ulterior motives, but I think Stephanie is really trying to help Rondell out because the Peters will kill her. And she said the Peters are dangerous people. So at this point, I just feel like, Rondell, you need to save your life.
I think Stephanie is you know how some people do things, they push you and push, and I might have pushed too far. I think that's where Stephanie is now. I think she does have a heart, and she shows a bit of it when she's like, okay, no, they're gonna kill her for real if we don't stop. So I think that she just has gone a little far. She's trying, you're trying to clean up your stuff, and you just, she's in that mode.
Yeah. I think it is something to see her kind of like pushing, but in a good way, because she has pushed before, but in such a toxic way, right? So this time's like, sign the documents. I need you to sign these documents
because they're gonna kill you if you don't. Right.
It's like, well, she was crying wolf. That's really what her situation was, because now nobody believes her.
No, but there you go. That's what happens when you cry wolf.
And I feel like if she would have just said, sign these papers or they're going to come kill you, me, all of us, it might have been better. She wouldn't have to been so forceful with Rondell, but she's still that
she
ace of
doesn't
spades she
it was
always
the
trying to
wrong
hold on
timing.
to. Yeah.
First of all, Rondell, she already knew how special this annual evening is for Rondell, and you knew, I had the whole family there. It was, it's just
intimate,
not the time.
right.
They say there's a time and a place for everything.
Right.
And Stephanie, this ain't it.
Yeah.
I wonder, was the documents due tomorrow or something?
Right, she was rushing.
The next day?
I think she just wanted to have it done, so she didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, because she just had everybody in one place. It
That's
was like,
true.
let's just, kill two birds with one
But she
stone.
wants her way. She's very spoiled.
Yeah,
She's
that's
very
true.
spoiled.
Yeah, so speaking of Stephanie, let's go ahead and get into the Stephanie and Damian interaction because, she called him out. She told Damien that was a stupid idea for you to set Titus up because he's not a violent person.
Well, she's still in love with that brother.
just
Like,
say that.
she got ulterior motives for that. She don't want him in jail just in case she can get a piece. Let's be clear.
That's why she's trying to break up that marriage. To me, when without the feelings involved, that was not a stupid move. If the idea when you gave him the totem was to come and basically blow that popsicle stand up, that's exactly what he's doing, blowing that popsicle stand up. Right now, you got other motives that you ain't trying. You trying to get your back cracked by Titus again.
Not the back crack.
Right, and that's the issue here, right? Because I don't think he did anything wrong, and for what he was hired to do. But what do you have to do? That's just me.
I think,
well, Stephanie wants everything her way.
Exactly.
Then there's that.
Yeah.
And she doesn't listen. And like her mother told her, if you're going to play with fire, make sure you are responsible which way the flames go. And I don't think she knew to the totality or the craziness, the psychoticness that Damian invoked. So she had to. And she was scared at that moment. She had to pull out that Glock for some reason.
Something about him is just sexy.
Okay, so speaking of that.
She was waiting for a segue.
Speaking of his sexy.
I be segueing up in there. Okay, so Damien was getting a little fellatio.
Right, y'all see that?
So is he? Do y'all think he really like men, or he just playing the game? What's going on?
He had to do what he had to do to get what he needed to get. Right, I needed you to go put some information in her head, and in return, get your dickmatized.
But at the same time, did y'all see him go down for seconds?
That's what
I'm saying you might like. Okay.
That's not, I mean, he's clearly queer. If anything, I feel like.
Not necessarily. I don't.
He's got to be queer. If you dibble and dabble, you're definitely queer. You may not be gay or bisexual, but you're queer. If you're sexually attracted to the same sex,
who's to say you have to be sexually attracted to have
he's
sex with
getting
someone?
aroused.
That don't necessarily mean prostitutes do it all the time.
But that's sexual. But no, that's not.
It's
right. You don't.
Well, I guess if he closed his eyes, he wouldn't know if it's a girl or a boy.
That's what I was thinking. But that's what I'm saying. He knows, but his eyes aren't closed.
Well,
he's too much crazy for me to decipher. I'm not even gonna go that route.
Yeah, I'm saying he's queer. He's definitely queer.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I just think that there are some people in this world who will do what they have to do to get what they have to get, right? And they have no boundaries, or they have no moral compass, or no ethics. I don't necessarily think that he's queer. I just think he don't have no ethics, and he's willing to do
whatever it takes.
So you think he's not really attracted to men? He was just trying to get that, so he can go
correct. So he can get him to do what he needed to do.
That's what my question. Because I'm thinking that he was just doing it just to get.
Because he wanted him to go report back and tell. And he's like, you
want me to do that? Well, then I want to do something. That's
right. That's a lot, real far of who you are to just do something just to get somewhere. But I guess
it has been done in this industry.
That's what I
don't want to name no names. But some are running across my mind. Some are dancing across my mind. Some are shimmying across my mind.
They say you doing it to get somewhere. But okay,
right.
Well, but what is the assistant, the white boy? What was like? I don't understand. You want to go put this just to go do this, just to go get this guy hit? You go get so many other guys hit. Like I just didn't understand.
He had to do it because the man works with Amara, so Amara had to know that Titus was logged into her computer.
I get it from his standpoint. I'm talking about the white boy. Right? What in his mind? What would make you want to put your job at risk just to go get somebody head?
He probably like him.
Yeah, he probably thought I'm about to get this. Could have been his first black guy.
He was like,
let me see what that chocolate working with.
If you like some, penis, then you gonna go get it, right?
Oh Lord Jesus!
Well, it's fine. Speaking of sex, let's get into Lori and this menage a trois.
Okay, I'm gonna say,
just nasty, while at this party, she nasty, Rondell.
Brely, it's all right. Rondell thinks she nasty, and Brely thinks she nasty too. We all think she nasty. I can't stand it. I'm very upset for her.
That's what I'm saying.
Bringing Rondell's niece on out the closet, and then you're gonna stab a little baby in her back.
Yeah.
So you're gonna bring her all out into this new land of loveliness. Yeah. And then you're gonna just. Like, no.
Yeah,
that's not how you
was
do
really messed up.
It was not established that they were together.
No. If you my first, we go together. Okay?
Thank you.
And my thing is, like, she's confiding in you about things, about how she feels, about how this is new. Mm-hmm. She knew about, because it's Carly, right? Carly knew that there was something going on. That's just her excuse to get away with what she wants to get away with. Like, I'm sorry.
Maybe am I the only understanding one here in the room?
I would think it's the opposite.
Really?
I don't think that they are in a committed relationship as far as Lori is concerned, but Carly, it's kind of like she lost her virginity, so her feelings are involved, but Lori never made it clear, so it's like a lopsided relationship, which is
she at fault? I don't think she's at fault.
I would never hurt you. That's literally
she did not hurt her. Hurting her would have been like, we're not about to go crack nobody else's back, but I'm gonna go ahead and do something in the sheets behind. She never said that. So how can you say I hurt you? Because we didn't establish that.
But she knows that because she knows
when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
So if you tell me your emotions for me, you know how I feel. That's let's point it there. We don't even have to call it a committed relationship.
Okay.
She knew how she felt about her.
Yes.
Point blank, period. So
Yes.
for you to go behind her back, knowing that would hurt her, that's why she felt the way she did when she confronted her. She
Okay, I
felt
can do
bad
that.
because she knew she did something wrong.
So you say you're sorry not because you did it, but because you got caught.
Exactly, and you nasty because did you even use protection? It's these randos. You jeopardizing my health. Yours canceled, declined.
Right. No, I like it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I agree with you, Deeran.
Thank you.
I just felt like it
Thank
wasn't
you.
established. I just feel like it's a one-sided relationship, which dudes have with females all the time.
But people could do that, right? You could be in a
That don't
relationship with
make
me
it
without me
right.
being in a relationship with you.
That's
Then
what I'm
leave me
saying.
alone.
No,
Right.
Leave me alone.
Right.
Don't come in my bubble then if you got something going on, or at least, and that's the thing. Why don't you just be honest from the jump? Because that's why she wasn't honest.
My thing is this. It's for the other person. If I know I have feelings for you on such a high level, it's for me to communicate that to you and let you know where my boundaries are. No, she did not tell her we're in a committed relationship.
I think it was pretty obvious. The parents are involved. It's like, it's a
Exactly.
whole thing. It's not just a little secret little
Rendezvous.
moment that people know.
Yeah.
So when other people get involved, boo, we go together.
And specifically, Lori told her, she didn't want to be with her unless she was ready to be out or come out and be her true to herself. This was maybe like episode 3 or 4.
Right.
She definitely
Good
told
callback.
her that.
Yes.
So that is what made Carly come
Yes,
out and be more
Taquaila.
open and want to do
Come on,
PDA and lose her
receipts.
virginity. Hello.
Come on.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
we
Right.
said that. We got that together. Well,
Well, we guess we proved wrong.
okay, so
Not
Stephanie once again is up to her ways, and I knew she had something to do with that Lori situation. She sets up Lori with that whole blackmail thing. Stephanie
With the
is
prostitutes?
smart.
Do you think she was trying to place blame on Stephanie? Do you think any blame is to be placed on Stephanie?
No.
We talking about the
When she
setup?
hired the
She
prostitute.
set her up.
She set her up,
And she has
then
an agenda.
She set her
Right.
up, but I mean, Lori didn't have to go get in the bed with.
I'm gonna say you
them.
can't set nobody up if they don't fall for it.
Now
mean,
that part.
That's,
Yeah.
You got it there.
right.
You're right about that.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
she
become your
didn't-
own gag. No. Yes. But no. I think that's. It's a cruel thing to do, knowing that your daughter cares. But at the same time, that was a come up for her because it's like, oh, see, I'm letting you know she ain't all you think she is.
Right.
And it also makes her realize that she's just like her mother. Scandalous. Like at the end of the day, I think that was a mother-daughter lesson to her. Like, I know I'm crazy, but people outside, at least you know my crazy is your mother. You don't know everybody else's type of crazy. And sometimes moms, tough love happens.
But I feel Carly is the only character in the show that I actually feel sad for. Like my heart goes out to her. She's just so young and naive, and she's trying to battle
Figure it
so
out.
many things, and you can't do that when your family always has a second agenda, especially when it comes to your parents.
Yes.
But then you have to go out into the world and live the world, and then you're getting played there as well.
Dysfunctional.
She's the only person that my heart really goes out to.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody else can kick rocks.
And
Everybody
Rondell.
got an agenda.
That's sad.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Rondell.
Yeah.
Your character is very innocent as well. I feel like you don't have any ulterior motive.
No,
I'm just trying to live my life.
You don't have no scandals going on. You just I'm trying to get these signatures the right way.
I don't know if that's gonna last.
Oh,
I don't know.
Rondell.
I'm gonna say you probably.
I don't know if that's gonna
I'm gonna
last.
hurt y'all little feelings. I gotta keep watching. All I can say is keep watching.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like somewhere in it, like you said, keep watching, but I feel like we're going to see, it's going to be a turn. I don't know if it's going to be because of the business or if it's going to be just overall too much. Your dad and new girlfriend want to be stepmommy. Your brother trying to backhand you, but he cares about you, but he's trying to help, but not. I feel like it's going to be too much. And in some way, when you're around so many corrupt people, you're trying to be positive, and Kent's going to come in there with a left hook somewhere. And then that's what's going to make Rondell.
What have been working together the entire time? You and Keith.
I like that turn. If that happens, I like that.
Like
better.
you've been knowing him, and like actually, he's been doing his own work.
I like that
on
better.
the back end. Okay,
That will give Kent 2 cool points.
Jamie, I think we got some new writers.
Hello.
Come on, bring us in.
Okay,
Look, Will Packer, we got some talent in the room.
And
in Atlanta.
Aries gang, Will Packer, we got the same birthday.
Oh,
Yes.
But here about Evan, when you had brought up Evan, that was a good point. When like he helping, but he not helping, but he backstabbing. Like, how do you feel about that?
I don't know about what the
Like, what is he doing?
you know what? Evan is his own guy, and Rondell is his older sister just by a couple of years. But I took on the Rondell took on the motherly, thing when our mother passed, and I was like, he's going to make our family proud. And so Rondell poured everything she had into him, working long hours, make sure he went to law school, putting him through everything. So now she's realized she has created a bit of a beast, but at the same time, she knows how to tame it when she needs to. Yeah. And I think Rondell is smart in that way and will pull strings when she needs to.
Yeah, because she's not calling him every 2 seconds. She tries to handle a lot of it herself.
But she goes to him as well. She she plays it both, and she tries to go for it. But I don't think she has the cunning thing that everybody else has going on. But
side question: does Rondell know she has a nephew?
Yes.
Okay, I thought
she knows that's his nephew.
I missed that or not. Okay.
Because she gonna keep because she don't like Stephanie, so I don't think she really care about Stephanie.
Well, it's like I've known Inez and Bella like forever. Remember, Bella grew up around me, so I know like what's good. But don't forget. What did Joaquin? What did Joaquin call his daddy?
Listen,
that's
Mr. Evan. Did you guys catch that?
I did. Yes.
That's not his baby.
So that's why it's still keep watching. I can't. I don't want to give it up.
I know it's not his baby. And Bella, I keep trying to tell you that DNA's come back and say you are not the father. Her head dead. She
I do think she's gonna die. I think she's gonna die. Bella. I think Bella's gonna die.
Her one claim to fame is that you got this DNA and share it with Evan.
Yeah. Right,
That's
exactly.
It, right?
Because after what's his name? The football bay. Roger. After that scene, I was like, oh man, yes. I was like, I don't know. Like, I think Mayor is kind of over you too. He just not letting you know. I just don't know.
That's my prediction. She's not coming back.
I think the Mayor is over Bella too, but I think he has to just because she has a son. But honestly, I think he's like
obsessed with her. I think it's like a dark, twisted thing that he has. I don't think it's love that he. I think he loves her.
Yeah, but don't forget he was doing the S&M with the other lady. So
right.
He got several boos.
Exactly. Mayor Lancaster loves himself, and that's what he loves. Himself.
He likes confident women though, business women though.
Yeah. So wait, what is Rondell gonna do when she finds out that Mayor Lancaster is basically plotting with Stephanie against her?
Why do you say that?
Well, what she's gonna do?
Because Mayor Lancaster and Stephanie, they are. What do you mean? Why?
Well, Stephanie plays her husband too. So she doesn't necessarily tell him the truth about how she moves. So it could all be a setup, and I'll just leave that there.
Stephanie gonna get everybody's head blew up.
And what was she the only one left?
Right.
He
like
knows
at the dining table.
Stephanie is trying to.
Yes, I do.
He know that she's working with Greg Peters, trying to,
But he's
over.
as transparent to Rondell as he feels as though Rondell needs to be. So I don't think he's playing Rondell. I don't get that vibe that he's like playing Rondell. It's like I still got to play the game. Rondell. Sorry, that he still has to play the game, but then he still has to let her know at some point in time.
Well, I think Mayor Evan thinks that it's a good idea. Don't forget, he is the mayor. Yeah. It is going to make a lot of money, and he does want to leave the city looking something different because he was there. Right. So he has his own little reasons for wanting to do what he does. You know what I mean? If you think about that he wants to be reelected maybe. He wants to, how can I, don't forget he wants to be governor. That's been kind of sprinkled around. So it makes sense if, look how beautiful I've made the city of Atlanta. Don't you want me to be governor, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So he has his own little wants and desires like kind of in there too. Yeah. It's really convoluted.
With all the mess. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you too. If I'm mayor, I'd be so stressed out. I would not have time. To deal with.
He got time to be.
Girl, he got time for them fetishes. He got time for all his side chicks. He got time, child.
And then he
be having time. I don't know how,
but he set up that entire partnership for Bella. That's what I'm saying too, because I want to know how that's going to turn out.
That's fake.
And it seemed like he didn't know that they were going to only offer her that 6 weeks. That it was a done deal too. So something went wrong there as well. Yeah.
It's just too much.
He did.
No, when Bella was like, how about she turned the tables on him, and she was like, well, how about I just let you see your son for 6 weeks at a time, like the contract with the clothing line,
right?
His face, it just was in his face. It was like, wait, what? Like that didn't happen. Like that wasn't what we agreed upon.
Right.
So I feel like somebody undercut him on that end as well.
Right, and he hasn't let her know yet.
Yeah.
Well,
this a mess.
Before we get into the next topic, which is Bella, Rocky, you have a message for our viewers.
I do. Yes, if you guys want to continue to watch us every single week, as well as other amazing shows on AfterBuzz, you have to like, subscribe, subscribe and share, comment, give us the thumbs up. You know what to do. I mean, again, you love seeing us and we love watching and viewing with you. So, make sure that we continue to be the ESPN of TV Talk.
Yes, thank you so much, guys, and we appreciate you for hopping into the live chat.
Yes.
Now, okay, let's talk about Bella. And is she wrong for not letting Mayercaster let him see his son? How we feeling about that?
I don't like that.
That's okay. I can be Rondell. And did you see my face? I'm so sick of mothers who use their children as a pawn. Do not do that in real life or in TV.
Yeah. Okay.
Period.
Yes.
Because that is a reflection. TV is a reflection of real life.
Yes, it is,
and that's unfortunate. That you should never use the child as a like some type of blackmail for your own. For
business.
Okay.
Because that's what it comes down to.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, the child's gonna end up being mad at you or being confused and not know what's going on. It's just people like to put their dysfunction onto children, and that's a whole generational curse.
Yeah.
I just seen a meme that said, as a child, you're not responsible for what happens to you, but as an adult, you are responsible for how you change and grow through what happens to you.
Absolutely.
Message. But I do not like the fact that even in their secret, which will come to light whenever he's 15 or whatever, but Mr. Evan, I was hot at that. I don't like that. This is still daddy. This is still father. Mayor Evan is still active in his life, given time. He got a roof over his head because of her, food on the table, everything else. This should still be daddy. He should still know that. Because then again, going back to what you just said, when he's 16 and it all comes to light, what's that going to do?
Well, but that would kind of mess it up though, because in the instance that she brought the child around and he messed up and called her dad, right?
Imagine being at a press conference and the little boy doesn't know to be quiet and he's like, "Daddy," and everybody's like,
Stephanie like
that.
So
I get where their thought process was with
right. He's a child. He don't get it yet.
He don't know.
Well, he shouldn't have to get it.
Right.
Well, and I also think, I guess it depends on too, if you think that is Mayor Lancaster's son. I don't. Then that
it's like an adopted child.
No, I'm not mad at Inez, like the mother. I'm not mad at her at all, because he's like, thank you for letting me see my son, and she's like, I didn't do it for you, because it means something to a little boy growing up having that father.
But here's the thing, I don't understand when she said that, like a child needs their dad. He don't know that this is daddy.
But he is a male figure.
There's a bunch of male figures that, right? She had football bag, so I don't.
Football bag, please don't.
Stop it.
Football bag.
I'm just saying, I don't think that stance had validity with him not knowing that's his dad. That's all I'm saying. I don't think that stance
does.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just a male figure that's there all the time. That is a loving. He gets.
He needs something, because who else does she really have? Because where's her father? What other positive male people are around her? Yeah. And regardless, like you said, as long as he has some type of male figure in his life.
Even Rondell's daddy goes and plays with the baby, so he knows that's his grandson.
Right. Absolutely.
Dang, that was crazy.
Which to me, that mean when I did see the granddad go over there, I don't know, y'all probably about to shoot me. Uh-oh. But it made me look at all of them differently. It made me look at Rondell differently. It made me look at Senior different, because it was just like I always look at them as not having any part of it, right? But to see that they're holding a secret and that they're doing this stuff, it was just it made me look at them a little bit different.
That's why I asked the question.
In families that all happens. All families got see. Okay, no,
I know.
Families have secrets.
Your uncle really your daddy. Your daddy, your mama really your auntie.
Yeah.
Right.
No, and exactly. I think that's generational curses.
But I'm not talking about from the baby. I'm talking about to find it from like, how can you be on this high moral, like she's bad and she did this and their morals is messed up, but then you going around holding secrets and lying as well. No matter how minuscule, is a lie, right?
She doesn't like Stephanie. Rondell doesn't like Stephanie, so
that don't give you the reason. That still does not give you the right to point out her flaws and call her scandalous, and you're a part of a scandal yourself.
I don't think. I just don't think they care. I think it's more of like, at this point, we know we don't like each other. I care about my brother more than I care about you. I'm sure there's some deep-rooted issues between Rondell and Stephanie. They just they probably said, like, honestly, I really don't care. And I know for me, if my brother was with a woman that was crazy, I'd be like,
keeping the secrets too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand.
At the end of the day.
I'm not saying I don't understand it. I guess I'm just saying I don't agree with you pointing at somebody else's flaws when you're holding on to stuff yourself.
Yeah.
But I probably would still hold on to it if it was my brother. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah. Get it how you live ambitions.
Yeah.
Hey. I do want to shift gears a little bit, and I want to ask Brely some questions.
Okay.
We want to get to know more about you.
Please.
So, most
How deep
people
can these
don't
questions
know.
get?
Huh?
How deep can these questions get?
What you want to ask them
Well,
about?
come on, ask.
Okay.
Well,
Your
listen,
social security.
Right.
Lord.
You gonna put some money in the account? Let me find out.
Hello.
So, most people don't know, but you do have a singing background. You act, and you do a little dancing, like a little triple thing
Yes,
going
what?
on over here.
What kind of dance you talking about?
You
the
know,
dance when they used to call me Big Bills. Big Bills coming to the stage. Y'all put y'all little $1 bills away. Get them $20 bills out.
In your past life.
Right.
Yeah, so you
Save and deliver.
triple threat. You're talented.
You know what? I am so blessed. I am so grateful that I get to use my God-given talents to feed myself.
Okay.
And that is what I am all about.
Yes.
I want everybody to be able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So when did you hop into acting? What inspired you, and who were the people that you looked up to growing up?
Believe it or not, excuse me. Believe it or not, I never wanted to be an actor.
Okay.
It never even crossed my mind. I watched plenty of TV and lots of movies, and I just still wanted to be a singer. I was Beyonce, and then Beyonce came along.
I seen that video. By the way.
When she stole my moves. Music was my life.
Okay.
Or is still my life too. But my neighbor said, I saw him bite a Big Mac on a commercial. And I was like, oh my God, I saw you about to be. And he was like, and you have your own show. And mind you, this was 2006 I'm talking about. And I was like, own show? No. He's like, I tell everyone I live next door to that famous actress. And I'm like, you have lied because I am not her. He said, but I see you going and coming with the hair, the makeup. And I'm like, because I'm going places to sing. Now, I have sang everywhere in Los Angeles, from the townhouse, y'all, like the old school little places. I've sang background for a whole bunch of people, wrote songs, all this stuff.
Come on.
But he's like, no, you're an actor. He was on his way to his commercial agent's office and said, we should ride with me. And I did. And it still blows my mind that I went there and she was like, honey, you should have been on television. You're wasting your time and my money.
Really?
Okay. So that's where it all started, and literally not an acting class, not a headshot. Nothing is when I booked my very first commercial, the Twix commercial. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but if you go on YouTube and you plug in Twix Booty,
Twix Booty.
It'll be me in my very first time on television going, Pookie Pop, does my butt look big in these? And that thing, it went like, it was, that commercial played so much, and then so many different actors, even Queen Latifah ended up saying it in a different movie, and that little line became famous. And from there, I got commercial after commercial.
Wow.
And then my very first movie was Just Right with Queen Latifah.
Oh my God.
That was my very first movie.
Did she say anything to you?
She did. Okay, so mind you, I'm looking at all these cameras and like these hundreds of people, and we have to do our scene over and over again. And I'm like, am I saying it wrong? Like, I lean into her. Like, she's like, no, boo boo. I was like, well, why do we have to keep doing it over? She said, you see how they keep moving the cameras? Or I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, I just thought I was saying it wrong. She said, no, just keep doing you. That's how you got here. Yeah. And I swear, when she said those words, I always say this, it's like wings came out of my back. Because after that, I started switching the line up. Like, the line was, what you gonna wear, black? And to the party or something like that. That was a regular line. But then I was saying, girl, what you gonna wear to the extravaganza? I was putting my little Brely twist on it and having fun with it at that point. And that's when, if you guys watch Star and Empire, then you know that Senna Hamry is the director over there, and she was directing Just Right. And she was like, I just love your energy, and I love what this energy you guys have going on. They made me a part. I went there as coworker 1. They changed my name to Sabrina Giller. Yes. I was there for the entire rest of the film. They wrote me in after me doing one scene.
God. And so how does that happen though? So what did they, like, when they told you that you were getting written permanently into the show, how did that...
All I know is I got to knock on my trailer door and they were handing me lines saying, be ready in a half hour. And I was like, okay. Like, it was just like that. Just like that.
That's
so
beautiful.
You just never know. I want everyone listening and watching to know that there's no small parts in Hollywood. Okay. And if you take that small one, like, serious, baby, it turns into a whole meal.
Come on, checks.
Come on, it turns into
checks.
Yeah.
So it's like, people say, oh, I just did XYZ, but my just coworker one turned into being able to be in 4 or 5 scenes with an A-list actor to help, propel my career. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, in the industry, it's normal to hear the word no, but some people translate no to failure. So what does that translate to you when you hear the word no?
Oh, no is gasoline. I love no, actually. No is like something we should be trying to go after every day. Yeah. Because if you don't put gas in your car, where are you going? Nowhere fast, right? So when you get the petrol, the gas, then you're like, okay, I got a little gas to get somewhere. So when somebody tell you no, next time you be like, oh, thank you, because they are fueling you to your yes.
Yes.
So if you collect the no's, you're just putting gas because they pushing you to your yes. Wow. Your yes is coming. Believe that.
And I've never heard that scenario.
Your yes is coming. Yes is coming. Come on, Jesus.
But wait, that was the ambition.
You got to spread it around the room. I know. I had to spread to make sure all y'all got it.
Your yes is coming.
I love it.
Your yes is coming.
The energy. No, that's awesome.
That's our vicious quote for the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on.
Yeah.
Nose fuel me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hashtag.
Yes.
So I have a question. So how do you memorize? My biggest thing is memorization, right? How do you memorize your lines? So when they say you have something in 30 minutes, do you have any tricks or anything like that?
Okay, so there are no tricks and there is no memorization.
Okay.
Actors don't. What we do is we read what is there, and then something happens. I really don't know what that thing that happens is, but once you know who the character is, then you kind of understand the tone and where they came from. So there's a lot of background work that actors have to do in order to bring these characters to life. And by knowing like who they are, what motivates them, what they want, when you know those things, you can have a conversation. Gotcha. I can have a conversation with you right now as Rondell. In a situation.
Can we do it? Come on, let's do it real quick.
Oh,
okay.
Well, come on.
All right, you Rondell?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a random person.
Okay.
Rondell, my food is not right.
Baby, we do everything right here at Thelma's place. Hold on. Let me. David, come on out here. What's wrong with this pork chop? Oh, okay.
Yes!
David said y'all wasn't listening. David said ain't nothing wrong with that pork chop. Miss Rondell, I fried that pork chop. Y'all didn't hear all that.
We heard it.
You heard it.
So good.
No, but that's what it is. It's not memorization, and then it's also repetitiveness. Because when you see the scene one time, we've done that thing about
30
12 times, to get the shots from every angle, to make sure the lighting is right, make sure sound's right. There's a lot going on.
Gotcha.
So the repetition kind of gets you into it too. So it's really not memorization. It's knowing what's happening in that scene, because sometimes even if the line isn't verbatim per word, but the energy was right and the intent was right, sometimes they'll keep it.
Okay. Quick question. Since you're a restaurateur in the show, what's your favorite restaurant to frequent?
Ooh, I have so many. Girl, I likes to eat. What day of the week we talking about?
Yes.
I am
Friday night. Friday night.
There we go.
Wait, Friday night?
Yes, Friday night. Where's your go-to? Oh, Saturday night?
I mean, it's really hard to say, but I know that, aren't you going to the Bay Area soon? I'm from the Bay Area.
Okay.
And so I want to make sure you go visit a couple of restaurants.
Okay.
You have to get...
write these down.
Please write these down. You have to go to Crustaceans. There is a Crustaceans in Beverly Hills, but you must know that it originated in the Bay Area.
Okay.
Crustaceans. You have to go to Nam King.
Okay.
So it's NAM King. You have to go to Everett and Jones Barbecue. Everett and Jones Barbecue in Oakland. You have to go. Is there any other place that I can think of? Those are the top 3 that you have to visit to say you've been to the Bay Area.
And real quick question. So you've met the phenomenal Oprah. So inspirational. Okay, what was it like meeting Oprah, and how excited would you be to play her in a biopic?
Oh, wow. I can see that.
Wow.
The way you just got so excited just made my life.
Yes, I totally. Wow. I don't know why. It was just like it flashed.
You get a car. You get a car.
But wait. Not Rondell.
If you get
yes.
That was all. Did I get
That is true.
Yes. If you get it, I just need a number one seed. How you get? I just need that.
Can I just tell you guys, I was fortunate enough to be at a giving, I like to call it a giving ceremony, at the Minnie's Food Pantry annual gala. And Oprah she was the keynote speaker and invited people up to also give. Now I want y'all to know there was people giving hundreds of thousands of dollars at a time. Yes, I'd like to give $250,000. Yes, well, we donate $100,000. Like people were, and I was leaned over to my mom and said, "Mommy, I want to give," and she was like, "Baby, maybe next year." You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I want to give, and so I was like, oh. And sometimes you guys, when you feel that push, something, spirit, you gotta go for it, even if you think you might look crazy. Because I was like, now I got $1,000 I could give, but I was like, you know what? I don't care, because I remember a little Bible verse that said, "The woman who gave the least gave the most."
You did.
And in that, I got my little self together and got in the line. And then somebody had gave $5,000 that was ahead of me, and I was like, "Oh, thank you, Jesus!
Yes.
Bring it on down."
Okay.
So then I got real clever with mine, and so she came up. She said, "What's your name? And who are you? Whatever. And what are you gonna give?" And I said, "I'm gonna give $1,000 to this organization for the next 10 years."
There we go.
Because I could do that.
There we go.
And she said, "And what else?" I was like, and when I play you, I'm gonna give my check to Minnie's Food Pantry."
You told her that?
I sure did. When I play you in your biopic, I'm gonna.
You can do it.
What?
And can I tell you, the crowd was like, it was like it was like silence. It was like, and she looked at me. Oh, honey, she looked at me, grabbed both of my hands, looked at me dead in my pupils, and said, "Believe it." And I felt like
she
the Holy
like
Spirit.
You know what?
When she said, "Believe it," like she shook me like that, and I was like.
Got that Oprah touch.
Right.
I said, okay. And then it was so funny that after we went to the after party, and there were millionaires in this room. Obviously, the room was very wealthy, and I was so blessed to be a part of it. Coming up to me saying, "So, how can we help you produce this?" And I said, "Oh, Lord, so you're going to give me the producer check so I can get an acting check away?"
Oh, come on.
Come on.
So I am really like putting this thing out into the universe. It's on my vision board.
Yes.
I'm talking about it. I'm being open, saying, "Okay, God." I mean, it's a big.
Yeah.
That's something
This
big
is a confirmation then. Go ahead, get that out there.
I'm gonna just keep talking.
And she
about
already
it.
know.
She knows,
Yes.
Right?
To where I wondered if she remembered that moment when my picture came across her desk to say yes to
That was
approve me
before.
for-
That was before Ambitions.
Oh, this was last year, April, honey.
Oh.
Do you understand how things will come when you put things out there? They are slowly coming your way. This is why I have a book. Really quickly, I'll do it really quick. I have a book, an ebook called I Am. It's the ABCs of I Ams. It's on my website, BrelyEvans.com.
Okay.
And I'm putting it out because I am literally saying and doing things, and they are coming to fruition. And I'm like, woo, okay, somebody else got to do this too. So I'm just on this journey. I'm learning as I go, and I'm taking you guys along with me.
Thank you.
So grab the
Thank you
That's
so much.
amazing.
So, Brely, where can we find you on social media?
Oh, I'm Brely Evans on everything. At Brely Evans, BrelyEvans on all social media platforms. And it's actually me. I don't have an assistant doing it yet.
Okay.
So get with me now while I'm on set.
Okay.
Get with me now because if my prices is going up.
We definitely enjoyed having you on the show. You're such a great guest. Like, this interview was crazy, guys.
Yes, it was.
Rocky, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me everywhere on social media at Raquel Harris TV.
And as always, I am Taquaila at Taquaila_I am.
And Deeran Anderson on all social media platforms or DeeranAnderson.com.
Everybody, AJ, follow me on Instagram at Crimson Pearl. And we will see you guys next week because it's about to be lit.
Bye.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.